Hello everyone, and welcome back to FilmBook Review, an official YouTube channel of FilmBook. Featured in Google News, IMDb's news desk, and a member of the Critics' Choice Association, FilmBook is an entertainment industry news website that reports on the film and television show industries in the United States and across the world. Today on FilmBook Review, I will be reviewing the 2022 film Babylon. Babylon is directed and written by Damien Chazelle and stars Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Diego Calva, Jean Smart, and Flea. This is a Babylon movie review and there will be spoilers. If you like our movie reviews, please like this Babylon film review as that helps us out with YouTube's algorithm, and consider subscribing. Once subscribed, click the bell notification box and you are all set. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/filmbook. And now, the Babylon movie review. Damien Chazelle is a genius. There's no denying that his latest film, Babylon, is a complex work of great significance to the world of cinema as it documents the move from silent films to talkies in the 1920s and beyond. Roger Ebert once stated, "A really good film has 3 great scenes and no bad scenes." If that theory was to hold true for Babylon, and it definitely does, why does so much of the movie feel like it was steering off track at the end? There are no bad sequences in the film at all. However, there just could have been more great scenes to help make the film a masterpiece. Chazelle is capable of creating wild situations and memorable characters, but in terms of the way it all comes together at the end, it just felt that something was missing. The movie opens with a piece de resistance, a Hollywood party that would give the party in the opening scenes of Eyes Wide Shut a run for its money. However, there's a lot more going on than just that party. An elephant poops with a vengeance, a man gets urinated on, and a would-be star from New Jersey named Nellie Leroy comes onto the scene with aplomb. It's a whole half hour before the film's title even pops up. This is one wild and crazy ride, so fasten your seatbelts. Brad Pitt is Jack Conrad, a handsome movie star who goes through wives quickly. Jack has the potential to be one of the biggest actors of all time, and for a while, Jack does pretty good for himself, and the film documents his rise and fall as talkies ultimately lead to the revelation that the movie business is a whole new world for all those involved. Jean Smart, at a fine turn, serves as journalist Eleanor St. John, a character who plays a pivotal role in the proceedings and has some interesting takes on the world of stardom. Smart makes a comeback here, portraying St. John in such a way that she becomes fascinating for the audience to watch. An immigrant named Manny Torres is who the audience is supposed to relate to. He's enlisted to get rid of a dead body early on, but becomes a pivotal part of the action as the film takes us through his experiences, where he ultimately is the one who best survives the turmoil that the key characters in the film face. Calva is fine here, in a turn that could be deemed a stepping stone to future roles. Calva makes his presence known in the picture, where there are plenty of opportunities for him to get lost in the shuffle. More about those 3 great scenes, though. Besides the one, which is great because it features Nellie vomiting a huge load, there are 2 sequences that could go down as historically amazing scenes. While Nellie throwing up plays absolutely hilariously and unexpectedly, the focus on the other 2 phenomenal scenes in the movie is key to understanding why Babylon works so well as a movie. On the set of a film, Nellie must come into the frame of the shoot, make herself a compelling presence, and, that's right, speak. However, as this is happening, people keep interrupting or messing up in terms of keeping the set silent, so there are multiple takes of the shot, which leads to wickedly funny and wonderful revelations, which I certainly won't reveal here. The sharp response dialogue here is certainly on point. The single best scene in the movie is when Nellie's dad is going to fight a snake. Not just any old snake, but a vicious one. He falls down and fails. Nellie, brave, fearless, and wild, takes over, and the result is so tremendously over the top it could just go down in cinematic history as one of the craziest scenes ever filmed, which could position the film as a contender to become a classic for fans of bizarre situations that play amazingly well. This scene is still replaying in my head. However, being bizarre does not make a film great, even if that bizarre scene is indeed great. You want more things in the film that are bizarre? Take Tobey Maguire's character, a mafia kingpin named James McKay. Manny and James's interactions here is the kind you need to see just to understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's great to see Maguire doing something that isn't Spider-Man these days, and his appearance here makes her a high point in the picture despite the scene's offbeat nature, which makes it just plain weird. But surprisingly, it's not bad. Pitt is an actor who audiences have been watching for years. He exudes coolness even when he's just being himself. Jack feels improvised at times in Babylon, which makes me wonder if Pitt helped create the character himself alongside what was written in the script. If Pitt didn't improvise, he deserves credit for being so natural, and his character's fate will certainly keep the audience captivated throughout. This is Margot Robbie's movie from beginning to end, though. She just goes for broke here as the actress who isn't really an actress, but is going to become a movie star just because, well, she just is. Robbie makes this character in the film her own, and she never feels like she's steering the character into someone comfortable for the audience to know. Nellie is not very relatable, but she's energetic and doesn't let go of her passions in life, ultimately causing her some unneeded distress in her life. Some of Babylon misses the mark, such as its use of the film Singing in the Rain and a montage of other mainstream films which appears at the conclusion. Max Minghella, as Irving Thalberg, should have been given more screen time, especially considering the film's 3-hour length. There are other performers here too whose roles feel like they were snipped out, but let's chalk that up to keeping the movie at a running time that makes sense. It's almost as if Chazelle wanted to cram everything into one movie just in case he never made another film again. While Babylon may have 3 or 4 stories packed into the film, it's a hugely successful effort because of Chazelle's brave direction. Like Robbie, Chazelle goes for broke. He may have been asked to trim some of his unsettling scenes out of the picture to make it more accessible to mainstream audiences. If it wasn't, though, that's a major step forward for Hollywood. Chazelle could probably do anything he wants to now, and Babylon was the perfect choice for him, even if it ultimately won't win him another Best Directing Oscar. It's what he does next that interests me the most. And that brings us to the conclusion of this Babylon movie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on it below in the comments section. If you liked what you heard during this review, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Please also visit and subscribe to our podcast channel at FilmBook Podcast and our trailer and reaction channel at FilmBook Trailers. If you would like to get FilmBook's articles delivered to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter in the description at film-book.com. Thank you for viewing, and you can watch one of these reviews